In professional environments, I always felt like the odd one out, just for simply being myself.
I was always too urban, my name Domingo was too ethnic, and my dialect was too intimidating.
I was too urban, my hair too ethnic, my dialect too intimidating.
But a conversation with a wise soul a few months back helped me realize my place in this world.
I'm here because of who I am, not in spite of it. And I'm not the only one.
This network represents the tribe of urban professionals who make our presence known and who do it for more than just ourselves.
We do it for our parents and our kids. I now have pride in being a young urban professional of color. I never knew it was possible to be both, but here we all are, proving them wrong once again.
Shout out to everybody in this network for keeping the culture going and growing.
My name is Silvana. What's your name?
Domingo. I like to go by Mr. Domingo.
I call him Justin, just in case. You hear me saying that, I'm talking about him. I am a high school teacher. I segued out of finance and working on Wall Street, and now I'm in the classroom. What about you, Justin?
I'm now, well, since 2009 I've been in fundraising, so I'm doing development for nonprofits that are geared towards inner city kids. We serve over 35,000 kids, but also outside of that, I'm also an author. And yeah, I'm working on my second book now.
To me, an urban professional is someone who's from the hood, but that works in a professional, more air quotes, setting. We're just trying to we're trying to remove the air quotes because it shouldn't be a separation at this point.
For me, it's the balance of being both. You can be professional 100%, but you can also still be true to the urban roots that you are, where you from, the product, what made you. You could be both 100%, and you don't have to pick one over the other ever. That's the point of that for me.
What influenced me to be a part of or to launch this initiative is how uncomfortable a lot of people are at work, period, and how uncomfortable a lot of people are with the idea of working in certain environments because they just feel like no one represents them there. I remember when I first started my internship in college in the Department of Information Technology, and I was so in awe that the woman I was working under was an urban professional. She was true to herself. She was a Latina. She didn't change her vernacular. She didn't change her style, but she was heading multi-million-dollar meetings and walking in there like a boss. And the fact that I thought that was weird is an issue, but I did. And I truly asked her in my most, naive, innocent way. I said, oh, so you're not going to change. I noticed that you don't change the way you speak, because I thought in order to be professional, you had to talk white. I thought you had to change who you are. And she told me, no, as long as you have the information and you know what you're doing, you don't have to change yourself. But the fact that I thought that, most people still think that's my motivation for this.
Right, that goes hand in hand with how I feel, because I have so many conversations with people who are from where I'm from, the ones that I relate to and identify the most with, and they'll say things like, oh, that's not for me, that's not for us, that's for them, or I don't belong there, so I'm not even going to try to grasp the concept of being a professional or wanting more, or daring to dream for more, because that's not for me. And this is to prove to people, it's for you, it's for all of us. You can be you and still do it. Okay, you can love yourself, go to college, you can love poetry and still be in the hood. It's not one or the other.
You don't have to
make it work for you. That's how I see it. And we are the prime examples of that. I was one of those people who always felt like, oh, that's not for me. Even when cafes started coming to Bushwick, I'm like, oh, that's for them. That's not for us. I still don't really like coffee like that. I like Puerto Rican coffee, so I don't go to those, but The point is just to open up people's minds some more. See, but you can, and you can still be yourself when you go there. You don't feel like, oh, this is not for me. Why am I here?
Right.
Right.
But that's a growing, and that's a time, if you're not around people who are open-minded or who tells you that it's okay, you might not venture out. And I just feel like I don't want our youth, I don't want our people to be limited,
right,
based off of what they feel like should be for them or for someone else. And also not to conform. Like we had this conversation yesterday about conformity, and where we do believe that there is a time and a place, you shouldn't have to change everything about yourself in order for you to be able to get that office job on the 25th floor with the window view.
Right.
You shouldn't have to change it. And I feel like the fact that so much of our urban youth has changed in order to sort of meet the standard of what a professional is, that we've opened up the window for appropriation. And now other people are stealing our swag and our culture and profiting off of it because we decided that we can't have it. We can't be a part of it anymore. So it's like we have two people. We've
accepted that.
Right, we've accepted that, the fact that we need to change ourselves to be there. And mind you, they're sneaking in the back door
for ourselves.
and doing what we've been doing all of our lives. Mm-hmm. And then you have those who just are still in the mindset, still in the hood, and still in that mindset, like, I'm just not going to change. I can't change. Or I don't deserve that. Or I cannot get that because I look like this. So we just want to break that whole thought process up ASAP. And through the Urban Professional Network, we plan to help others navigate through those experiences, like, how to be like professionally petty, how to navigate through uncomfortable work environments where you feel like you're being picked on because of you being who you are. We just kind of tackle those things and help each other get through it, offer advice, because we understand that by telling you it's okay to be you in those environments, you're taking a risk. You may be judged for it, but it has to happen. It has to happen in order for it to be okay for everyone. Like all kinds of workplaces have a dress code, which is problematic within itself because like I'm the same person with this outfit on or not.
Right.
And I can get the same job done with this outfit on or not. So like if you're in the office when people are not seeing you, why do we have to dress a certain way? Period. And I mean, to the credit of the hipster crowd, like they are changing that within their workplaces. Like they're coming to work however the hell they want to come to work because they're getting the job done. But we need to learn that we can do it too. Like we should be able to do it too without it, like you said, without it being, oh, now because you wore your sweatpants, you're a bum. But when somebody else wears it, you're just hit.
Right. We
need to like open up the window for those conversations and put a stop to it ASAP. Period. And talk about it amongst each other.
Dealing with entitlement and passive aggression and privilege in the workplace is a real thing.
Yeah.
And people don't know that it's a real thing unless they're people like us, the other. When you're the other, that's the only way you know it. I just watched the James Baldwin documentary.
Yes, I'm not unique, bro.
And speaking about, going back to what your motivation is and stuff, he is one of my motivations, and it was because he speaks of that, being yourself and not buying into the illusion. A person of power looks, talks, acts, and is a certain way, is a certain person. Also, what attributes to that illusion is the idea of race and how we see certain people of color as black and then other people who are non-of color as white, when in actuality there are no such thing as black people and there are no such thing as white people. White isn't a race. White kind of represents what power is. I can still be powerful without accepting white values. And when I say white, I don't mean white as society likes to relate to white as a race, white as power. I can be powerful without that, and we all can and we all are. This is just letting people know that. There you go. Now that you know, here's your permission to hear. True. That's how I'm done.
Drops mic, like goddamn.
I should have had a mic to drop right now.
It's recording. Oh, okay. And with that being said, I know that there's other people out there just like us whose stories are being untold and hidden, and who are just fighting to maintain themselves and survive in corporate America or in the job that they have. And they're struggling every single day when they get up to go to work. And they're struggling with their own identity because they're in this duality of what should I be, who should I be. I'm a certain way around my friends, I'm a certain way in the workplace, I have to dress a certain way in order to be looked at as successful. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your story. We want to talk to you. We want you to give others motivation, and we want to help heal you. And we just want to, I have a son, we want our youth to know that you're a badass and you're not going to take away from that in order to be successful. Like, you can still be that petroleum engineer walking in there with your J's on and your chain and your earrings and still have the same knowledge that you would in a suit. And that's just basically
and be respected as such.
And be respected as such. And so we hope that this reaches you and touches your heart, and if it does, again, reach out and tell us your story.
Like, okay.